Was a message from PayPal saying that they'd frozen my account. This person had contacted their credit card and they tried to do a chargeback. I found this person, I took their username and I found them on a, shall we say, a third-party website that sells things, and they were selling the item. I screenshot their all of their DMs to me on Depop, like the whole thing, because I thought to myself, no, you are not going to get away with this. That is so unfair that you would steal. That's what this was. Try and steal an item. Hey everyone, welcome to another video. So I had one of you, I'm planning on doing a part 2 to, you know, the baby video that I did a couple of weeks ago, where I was talking about how David and I don't want kids. And my gosh, I had so many emails, so many DMs, so much content from so many of you about that video. Lots of you raising, actually on email, loads of really valid questions and points, things I didn't think about when I did the video. And a lot of you have said, can you do a part 2? So I am going to be working on a part 2 to that. So if that video interested you, you want to hear more, more nitty gritty, then come and check back for that video. That will be out soon. But when I was looking at the comments, one of you had said, seeing as you're not having kids, and you've got obviously more time in your life, more free time, what are you planning to do in the future? Like, have you got any really big plans? And I don't like to, well, I have long-term plans and I have shorter-term ones. And I am going to do a video about resolutions because I've changed. I don't really believe in them anymore. And I think social media have made this whole New Year's resolution thing quite toxic. So I'm going to talk at length in that video about that. That's going to be coming up. But yes, I do have lots of plans for 2024. So the first plan, and it's kind of a continuation of my life this year really, is that I'm going to be continuing to spend a load less on luxury goods and putting that money into travel and experiences. So I kind of had like an epiphany moment this year, earlier this year, where I think it was when prices really started to shoot up of things, and I just got to a point where I thought, I don't really feel like any of this stuff is worth it. I didn't in the first place, to be honest, but I really didn't feel like any of it was worth it. And particularly things like my favourite bag in the world, the Lady Dior, is now over 5k and I can't do it. It's not to say I won't do it. You know, if that bag comes out in a design, in a colour, in a style that I love, then maybe I will. Chanel, no way. Classic flap, no way. Too much money now, in my opinion, for what you get. But I'm going to be continuing this trend where I spend a lot less. I have felt better in myself. I prefer it when I look in the bank when I'm not spending. I prefer to look in the bank and see my nice bank balance there. I just prefer it. And I've got more hooked on travel and also thinking about things like, when I get to the end of my life, I know this is morbid, but I've been thinking, when I get to the end of my life and I've got all of this stuff, what am I going to do with it? So I have already planned, I'm going to leave it to my niece. She's going to be a very lucky girl. But I want to do things that I can enjoy. And of course I do enjoy these items. I do enjoy my bags. It's not that I don't. I get great pleasure out of just looking at them, using them, enjoying them. But it's not quite the same as going on holiday and having an experience and seeing the sights and doing things with David and experiencing. So that's what I'm going to continue to do this 2024, is to continue to slow down on the spending of luxury goods. And I've said to you before, and I'll say it again, this isn't going to mean that I'm not going to do luxury vlogs anymore. I'm still going to go out and window shop. I still might go out and buy some stuff, but it's not going to be on the grand scale that it used to be. And I'm really sorry if that's boring for a lot of you as well, because I know a lot of you watch because of that, because you like to see what's new out. But hopefully I can still show you what's new out without me having to go and buy what's new out. Right, the next thing that I really want to do, and I want to do this early in the year, is I'm desperate to have another ski trip. So I always go skiing with my best friend, Phil Green. And he is fantastic because he doesn't mind being in the videos. Like, David hates being in the videos, and I really respect that. But Phil doesn't mind because Phil is like really big on social media. He's got like over 3 million followers on TikTok alone. He's huge on social media. So when we go skiing and I film it, he is just totally fine to be included, which is brilliant for me. Well, we're planning on going skiing in January or February. We've just got to sort out work and also where we're going to go, because we've been trying to book into places, and I don't know what's going on this 2024, but everywhere's been booked up. Like, the only places left have been hostels, and we don't want to stay somewhere horrible. We want to go and stay in a really nice hotel or chalet or something like that. So we're really hoping that we can go away, but that is another really big plan, a goal. The other thing that I want to do more of this year, and I don't know whether you can tell, but I'm picking things here which I feel like are more achievable than a really massive, great big plan that I probably won't be able to achieve. But I really want to get more piercings in my ear this year. And actually it's David who encourages me, because he really likes that, you know, that Maria Tash look, where you have lots of like diamond earrings and they're all very sparkly and they're all very, you know, it can be done classy. He's very into that look, and he's already said to me, I really want to get you vouchers for Christmas so you can go and get some more ear piercings in, because as well, it's just, I think he just likes how they look, and I really like how they look, so I want to get more of those. I also have some really big work goals, and I'm not going to go into loads of details on those just because it is work, but it's to do with like client acquisition. There are some brands that I would absolutely love to work with and add to my list. Like some amazing brands out there actually that I've had on my vision board for a little while, but this year I want to try and make it happen, so hopefully fingers crossed. And also, what else did I write down? Just growth in general of my business. I have a small business that I run, like a little marketing agency, and yeah, I'd like to see more growth this year. Okay, the next thing is actually quite a big thing. So at the end of 2024, we really want to go and see another Formula One, another F1. And we're looking at either Vegas or Singapore. We've done Singapore before and it was a dream. It was like a trip of a lifetime. That holiday cost us an absolute fortune. We did first class travel there and back. We stayed in like really good hotels. We spent like, oh my God, so much money on F1 hospitality, but it was one of those trips where it was worth every penny. And at the time we were both like, oh my God, never spent this much money on a holiday before. But we look back and we're so glad we did it. It was very strange. It was a very strange thing. We knew it was going to be expensive, but we didn't realise how much. But don't regret it. And we really want to do the same thing again this year. We really want to have like that big holiday, that big trip away, and we very much want to tie it into the F1 because we're both really into F1. And then the other thing that I really want to kind of try and achieve more this year is seeing friends and family more. I have got and it's a strong word, but it's true, I have a very toxic work-life balance where I work pretty much all the time. So does David, but I'm particularly bad out of the two of us. I'm the one that can't stop. And he is always trying to make me leave the house because I work from home. He is always the one that's like, okay, it's 6 o'clock in the evening. You need to stop working now and we're going to go to the gym. And I'm the one that's like, no, I've got to keep going. And he's like, no, you're going to finish work now. And I'm really aware that I've got a really unhealthy relationship with work. But I would actually say I've got an addiction to work. I love working. It's not like I do it and I hate doing it. I really enjoy it. So when I'm working all hours, I don't mind. And I feel I'm very like conscientious with my work as well. I like to do the best quality work possible. So I'm just someone who is always at my computer. I've always got something going on. Like, this is why I do YouTube, because YouTube makes me step away from my daily work, and it's still computer based. I'm still sat like making a video, but it's not the same as when I'm at work and I'm work focused on things, and it's also, YouTube's really good for my levels of stress. I find that when I come and sit down and do a YouTube video for you all, I literally feel like I'm sat talking to friends, and it's such a nice feeling. It feels so relaxed, it feels so calming. And then finally, the final thing that I want to do this year, and I really need to push myself to do this, I want to sell stuff that I'm not using. So this goes for bags, clothes, shoes. I just need to get rid of the things that I'm not using because I've got so much stuff I'm not using. And there are two reasons why I have not put things for sale. The first reason, and it's the biggest reason, and this relates more to bags than it does clothes, unless the clothing item is like a high price item, and it's to do with online security. I talked to you about selling bags, but I haven't actually sold them. I normally sell them through Luxury Promise, and they're a consignment company. And the reason why I sell it through them and not personally is because I had an incident about 4 years ago now that really put me off selling, and it was somebody who tried to scam me. So what happened was, I don't know whether I've ever told you this actually, maybe I have told you, but this person, I was talking with them on Depop, and they, so nice, such a nice person, really, really sweet person, purchased something from me that was designer item, and I was actually in the Chinese takeaway one evening and my phone beeped or whatever, and I checked it and my heart just fell because it was a message from PayPal saying that they'd frozen my account, and I use my PayPal a lot, and so to have my whole account frozen, I was just thinking, what am I going to do, because I use my PayPal for everything. So I rushed to get home, got home, logged in on my computer to see what had happened because I just had no clue. And it was this person. This person had contacted their credit card and they tried to do a chargeback. And what they'd done is they told the credit card, and the credit card had told PayPal, that they didn't buy the item and that they never received it anyway, and therefore they wanted their money back. And I think maybe I did tell you this story. I made a PowerPoint presentation. I found this person, I took their username, and I found them on a, shall we say, a third-party website that sells things, and they were selling the item that they had bought off me. They were selling it, and I was mind blown. And not only that, but this person had had me ship to a confirmed address, so it was like their address, and they'd signed for it using their name. And I put this presentation together, this PowerPoint. Oh my God, it had screenshots in it of the tracking company where it had their name and their address. It had screenshots of where they were selling the item on this third-party website. I screenshot their all of their DMs to me on Depop, like the whole thing, because I thought to myself, no, you are not going to get away with this. That is so unfair that you would steal. That's what this was. Try and steal an item and then sell it, flip it, to try and make money on it. Like, that's the lowest of the low. And, you know, if I'm honest with you all, that is why I haven't actually bitten the bullet and gone ahead and sold things, is because I think, what if that happens again? And so that's why I'm thinking, if I do sell things like bags, I probably will do it whereby I'll only sell to UK addresses and they need to be registered, because then at least legally I can actually go after a person if they try and do that to me. But you've also got things like, this has never happened to me, thank God, but you've got people saying that the person who's bought the item claims there was nothing in the box and all of this kind of thing, and then you end up losing your money. It's just a whole load of things that put me off selling, and that's why I always sell to Luxury Promise, because it just takes the headache out of it. But I do really want to sell more off this year. If any of you have any tips or advice on how to sell safely online, please let me know. I would so appreciate it, just to know any tips or tricks that you've done to kind of like protect yourself but still sell your item. So they are all the things that I'm focused on this year, and they are, as I've said, they are things that I feel are achievable. I hate setting massive resolutions that realistically, when you think about it, that's like a 5-year thing as opposed to a 1-year thing. But I'm going to talk about that in an upcoming video. So I hope you've just enjoyed hanging out and that little story there about that crook. Oh, so frustrating. Come and join me in another video. I'm going to link to one here and one here. Thank you, and I'll see you either in one of these or tomorrow in the next video.